Alright, inspired I am. Wants to play some more. Yeah, started a video in Mentam. So it's another one who just can't get the hint. So let's do the history thing, yeah. So she just showed up out of nowhere and all of a sudden making comments on my videos, making comments on other people's videos. Seemed okay, whatever. She seemed like she was sincerely curious about philosophy and people's perspective. And then I just started noticing huge duplicities in her commenting. On one person's video she'd say one thing, and on another person's video she'd say something pretty much entirely different. And yeah, that sort of smelled a little. Then in Stickam one night, I sort of had a pretty good argument with her, and yes, but she just persistently wanted to keep changing every subject. She wanted to kind of convert it into a crayon drawing of itself. Like, philosophy doesn't mean philosophy, it just means you talk about how do we struggle through, or how do we make the best of our lives. And it really has nothing to do with evolution. It really has nothing to do with human psychology or sociology or historical facts or probabilistic permutations for the future. And it's like, what's the point? This is just noise. This is a waste of time. Why should I have to always constantly drag somebody back to the subject? It's very irritating. And then, I watched one of her videos and she had this little subscribe-y thing, rate, subscribe. Oh, I mean, it was just so tacky. And it's just like, yeah, she's just here to play philosopher. She belongs on Facebook with a little philosophy group or something. She's networking. Okay, none of this is real. She's just having academic discussions. Yeah. Talk about books she read and such. Yeah, what color the book is and such. Anyway, play the video.
Good morning. I'm making a video right here and now, and I am going to be very truthful with you in regard to how irritating.
See, I mean, your style is just really irritating also. I'm going to be very truthful with you. So your usual videos aren't truthful. That's sort of you're insinuating by starting a video that way. You're basically saying, well, mainly some of my other videos are bullshit, but this one I'm really talking the truth. So again, you're just wrong. I mean, you've had to watch enough videos to know there's just some things you just don't do. So, whatever. But go ahead, play the game.
I feel in regard to Emendum Gary, as far as how...
Yeah, as far as how, okay, that's also more context. So yeah, I blocked her finally, because I just said the hell with this. I don't want to know her. I don't want her commenting on my videos, but she's just making noise. And so then she had to make a scene about that. And then she made comments on other people's videos talking about me. It's the same old crap. I mean, me personally. Not talking about Gary's philosophy, talking about Gary. Okay, so you're not allowed to block somebody. Without somehow, or just to say, I don't like you, I don't find you intriguing or interesting, you don't stimulate any good cognitive function in my brain, you're noisy and a waste of my time. Do I have to say it right to your face? I mean, I gave you a courtesy of just saying, just go away, fine, do your thing, just stay out of my subjects, please, because all you got is little yellow boots. It matched the little yellow bus. I mean, you are not contributing to the subject. You're just making noise.
Dishonest he is.
Now she's
this
made.
Is all subjective.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I am not arguing.
I'm sorry. It's not subjective. You've just accused me of being dishonest. Okay, so you're going to have to be. You're going to have to take responsibility for that, and so you're going to have to quote me. You're going to have to show my duplicity where I've commented differently on different videos. You're going to make the accusation that everything you do is what I do. No, it isn't what I do. Go find my comments on everyone's videos. Go find my kissing up to everyone. Go find my making any effort whatsoever to please my subscribers. Any effort whatsoever. Do I comment on their channel pages? Do I comment on their videos excessively? Do I do anything to encourage people to give a fuck about me? To even like me in the least sense? No, I don't. So it's a bullshit accusation. So you're just, you're just a slandering, sloppy slob on the internet. Period. and now you're a troll. So bravo, you're elevated yourself to troll now. Because now what you do is go around the internet and lie and character assassinate people just because they said, I don't like you. Yeah, well, that's good cause, for sure, for sure.
Is premise of anti-Natalism. That is not the
anti-Natalism isn't a premise. Oh, jeez, you got to get some of these words right. I mean, you can't just fuck them up all the time.
Purpose of this video. And I recognize that this anger I feel from within can be viewed in many different ways. However, I'm just wanting to make this video because I'm pissed off.
And what are you pissed off about? Exactly, right? The fact that I don't like you. Yeah, okay, whatever.
You know, Gary knows how to push my buttons. He's
couldn't,
very good at
Gary
what
couldn't
he
give
does.
a fuck about your buttons.
He is guilty of all.
Whoops, that's a good accusation there. Yeah, Gary just doesn't give a shit about your buttons. He just finds you a noisy little infant, okay? And, you know, running around like there's people trying to have a sophisticated, complex conversation at the dinner table, and there's some little twatty kid running around banging on shit. All right, you're just a distraction. You make no constructive contribution. You were reading out of a frickin' book. Why should I waste my time refuting the meaningless mumbo jumbo mush, okay, of you might as well be reading Timothy McVeigh or the Unabomber. Why don't you just read any whatever, Manson, Charlie Manson. Go read some Charlie Manson, and I'll skip over that in the video too. All right, because I'm not on YouTube to dispute the nonsense of some arbitrary nothing philosopher from nowhere. You weren't even quoting somebody who matters. You were just quoting jargon out of some fucking book about the fact that somehow human beings can't draw any conclusions because we don't know anything. Written by a guy who's dead, who never saw the human race land on the moon. I mean, we landed on the moon, bitch. Okay, we know shit. Sorry about the lag, but I'm rendering a video so the videos don't play at their proper speed, and this kind of shit happens, which is really
he accuses others of doing. In every single video, every single name that he flings at another individual actually...
whatever. Like I said, I don't do what you do on the internet, okay? There's no evidence of it. I'm not whoring myself out. There's no subscribe labels. There's no... don't forget to rate. Go thumb up my other video that everybody thumbed down. You never find a video of mine where I'm saying, oh, go help my poor video that got terribly persecuted by the haters. Okay? Fuck that shit.
It applies to him. In fact, in that very moment, he's actually acting out the very action of whatever verbal bashing that he's participating in. Whatever that word he is using to fling at another, whatever insult it is, he is literally participating in acting that particular behavior out as he's saying it.
Come on, turn off. Oh yeah, you really can't just go with the common cliche, right? So you had to recontextualize something as simple as glass half empty, glass half full, and now you do all of this nonsense to say something as stupid as, I'm rubber, you're glue. I mean, really. And you'll do it with absolutely no evidence. Like I said, my behavior isn't anything close to your behavior. There's no resemblance whatsoever. You're not boldly going. You're not bringing up anything new or interesting. You're not saying anything. You're not challenging anything. You're just being a cliche, well, I don't think so. Well, we don't have absolute proof. O.J. might have, those South Americans might have killed his wife. Maybe. Well, it could have been the Martians.
He took one of my videos and literally said it was garbage, that he was going to fast forward the part where I actually provided my argument, my own
I'm sorry. Yeah, her argument, her own premises, and she was reading out of a book. I mean, does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense to me. And there was no argument. There was just some asshole saying, well, you know, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we can't draw any conclusions, and the truth always changes because that's what it'll always do, and we don't know anything. And yeah, there was no argument built into that statement. It was a statement. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't a philosophy. It wasn't a premise. It was just a bold conclusion based on no evidence. Brilliant.
Miss. That was my video. It was my video. It was based on my premise. It's not based on Gary's premise. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about, that I need to address his premise. Because I did not give that to him as a video response.
Oh,
He's responding to my...
Come on, I turned it off. Yeah, well, the video response thing, obviously I don't post my videos as responses to people I have blocked. Okay, and in the second place, I never post video responses to individuals who I think basically suck. I mean, I'm not gonna, I could do it, but I don't do it. I don't bother posting my videos to people I think suck. So yeah, I didn't post it as a response. I replied to a public video on the internet. That's what I did. I called it a reaction video, in fact. So whatever. I even misspelled reaction, I believe. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, so this is bullshit. And again, you keep saying premise. The premises of my argument are a DNA molecule, abiogenesis, evolution. Those are the premises of my argument. And sentience. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction. Those are premises. Okay? Anti-Natalism is not a premise. It's a conclusion. Understand the distinction, please. It's sort of important.
Video. So I think he needs to deal with my premise. And when you fast forward scientific information, you fast forward.
Yeah, what's your premise exactly? Like I said, you don't have a premise. And if your premise is that in the past people have gotten things wrong, okay, and that means that they'll always get things wrong, I think I've already argued that and explained it to you. That yes, the first time you play chess, you'll do it badly. But once you've played it a few times and you understand how the pieces move, you'll get better and better and better at it. And that's the curve we're on. It's not a curve of failure. It's a curve of, we landed on the fucking moon, bitch.
My argument, my premise, and then make up your own bullshit as you go and take the whole thing completely out of context.
Right. I played your contextualization. So if you're going to say that what you read is your premise, I played what you said before it, and I played what you said after it, and I responded to it in a fair manner by quoting it, by letting you speak it. Okay? Where do I speak in your video? Where do you quote me in your video? Oh, that's right, nowhere. So, yeah, obviously, you're wrong and I'm right. You're evil and I'm good.
The only person you're lying to, Gary, is yourself. What really pisses you off about...
okay, here we go. So this is the part, this is the real truth now. So here's the real truth. Let's hear the real truth.
...me, is that I throw a wrench into your philosophy, which isn't even your philosophy. It's David Benatar.
Oh, please. So yeah, you're not going to win on that one because I can definitely prove that I was talking about the fail of life long before he wrote his book, and certainly people could just demonstrate quite obviously that I never even heard of the guy until last year. So regardless, whose conclusions it is, who said it first, who cares? The point is I make arguments defending it, and I make unique arguments defending it. So this is just a bullshit argument, and you're not, as again, you're not a wrench, you're not competition, you don't scare me, you don't intimidate me. Your jargon is irritating, annoying. It's like a piece of shit on the floor. Okay, I'm not afraid of it. It's just annoying. All right. So if you want me to crucify you, then keep talking on this subject. Keep opening your babbly, juvenile, infantile, stupid mouth, and I'll keep demonstrating how you're way the fuck out of your league. Alright, and I'll do it in harsher and harsher and less respectful manner. So just keep asking for it. Okay, you little loud-mouth, annoying little brat. And I'll give you what you're asking for, which is attention. So isn't that the truth here? You're just seeking my attention.
The only thing that's different about your philosophy is how you have chosen to expand upon it by attacking anyone who might actually question.
Yeah, right. I don't attack anyone. Alright, I just sit there and I didn't even attack you, did I? No, you were the one who attacked me. I can go show people the comments you made on other people's videos. Are you going to deny you made them? So after I blocked you, you decide to make trashy comments about Gary's psychology and Gary this and Gary that. Are you going to deny that shit? No, I don't think you can deny it. You might be able to delete it, but you can't deny it. Not honestly.
Something and present a new premise of which you completely refuse to acknowledge that anybody else might actually present a new premise. It is not
no, that would be a new conclusion. And I don't know, still don't even know what it is. Could you please articulate it in some kind of language like English? What is your conclusion? Unicorns do exist? Everybody will live happily ever after? You know, even though the ingredients suck, the cake is still edible? I don't know. What is your premise?
up to anybody to refute your premise. Your premise is logically...
You can't refute my premise, because my premise is evolution, abiogenesis, consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction. Yeah, you're not going to refute any of that. Afraid not. Afraid not. Afraid not.
Biologically proven, and it is not even your premise. It's that of David Benatar. Okay? However...
Okay. You go ahead. Find some Benatar quotes that are anything like my quotes. Go ahead. Go find the similarity somewhere where you obviously just rewritten what Benatar has said or re-perverted it or changed it. I don't think you're going to find that. We argue, our whole style, the whole character of our argument is different. Okay? I litter my argument with words like imposition. Go find that in his book.
When another person makes a video and brings up a new premise which you fail to recognize, to you they're talking in Martian, maybe that is because you are not a know-it-all, even though you think you are.
Oh, gee. Yeah, you're such a credible. Your opinion, I hold your opinion in such high esteem, too. Oh, the crazy little infant brat doesn't think I'm a know-it-all. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh, yeah, not really. You know, really. And when you keep talking about your premise, so you got a 6-minute video here, and you can't seem to articulate in a couple of sentences what your brilliant premise is, which isn't a premise, it's a conclusion, right? It's a conclusion. It's not a premise.
And anytime anyone brings up a subject that you do not understand, rather than researching and attempting to understand what the other person is talking about, you resort to name-calling.
Oh, well, why don't you prove that with evidence? That would be novel and appreciated by all concerned. But no, that's not your style, is it, silly person? You can't find the evidence on Wikipedia, so I guess you're out of luck. Yeah, the evidence won't be on Wikipedia.
And for people that are into that, who watch your channel for purely entertainment's sake, that is good for your viewing audience. And some people actually hang on your every word. They look up to you, you know?
And whatever, who cares? Does anybody really think I'm on YouTube to suit an audience? That really, I'm making any effort whatsoever to conform myself to an audience. Ugh, you're just such a silly person.
I just find you to be completely intellectually dishonest. Okay?
Prove it, bitch.
Now, once again...
Prove it, bitch. Now, you're going to make bold accusations. It's a bold accusation. Now, what you need to do is compile some evidence of my intellectual dishonesty. Now, compile some fucking evidence, or I'm just going to call you a slandering twat. That's what you are. So provide evidence, and until then, you're a slandering twat. Or twat, as the British would say.
The premise of this video has nothing to do with anti-Natalism. This is my video, this is my premise, and my other...
You know, you remind me so much of a Monty Python sketch, you know, where there was this wacky woman being interviewed, you know, and it was John Cleese in drag, and he was talking about his theory, and it's my theory alone, it's my theory, and I invented this theory, and it's my theory. Yeah, you sound just as silly. You're a caricature of a human being. You're just so fucking silly. What is your fucking premise? What is it? That we can't see the fairies. Oh, the fairies are invisible. Oh, of course. Brilliant. Yeah, no one's come up with that one before. No one has come up with the magic angel theory. Yes, angels are invisible. And they have special powers. And they will save us someday from our own human nature. Cool, cool, cool. But that's a conclusion too. It's not a premise.
Video was my video and my premise.
My premise.
You responded to my video and didn't even have the guts to attach it.
Oh, whatever. Again, you're the guts to
you
attach it.
You talk about game playing, Gary?
No,
you are one of the biggest game players I've met.
Yeah, tell the truth, right? Who gives a fuck what videos are attached to what videos? I think the only people who could possibly give a fuck about what videos are attached to what videos, when I did link to your fucking video, and I did put your scummy little crappy name in the tags, but regardless, the only people that care about that shit are slimy little sub-whores. People who belong on fucking Facebook. Okay? Go Twitter and twat and tweet and Facebook and do all that kind of shit. Okay, and quit pretending like you know something and that you have that you've somehow earned a place here.
Listen to yourself in your own videos and then take those words, turn them around, and apply them to you. Because all...
Whatever. So again, more accusations, no evidence, no proof, nothing. Not even some kind of argumentation. You know, just this blanket accusation. So if I say you've just made a slanderous accusation that you've backed up with no evidence, then I have to turn that on myself and I have to say, well, now what accusation have I made that I can't prove, that I can't demonstrate with evidence? Okay, and I can demonstrate with evidence that you're a duplicitous player on the internet and that you really don't give a fuck about any of these subjects. You're just playing philosopher.
That you spout in your videos, it's all about you. It's nobody else. It has nothing to do with anybody else. And anyone that might...
You know, it has to do with the subjects and the fact that there's no point in anybody with a brain coming on YouTube to argue any subject if we're going to allow a lot of little kids to make noise and bang on pans and, you know, rub their poo on the walls and shit. If that's going to be the atmosphere, nothing constructive can take place. So there's got to be some point where you just say, will you just stow that shit? Okay, we're trying to have an adult conversation over here.
Possibly present actual information that may cause some of those that view your videos to question. Well, you have to put a stop to that.
Well, what can I say, but I dare you to provide this evidence, this vital information that somehow does any damage whatsoever to what I have articulated or stated. Evolution, abiogenesis, consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction. Okay? Show me the evidence of something else. Come on, show it to me. I dare you to show it. Okay? Don't just talk like you have provided it because it's your premise. No, you gotta do more than that. You can't just call it your premise and hide it in a box in the shelf. You have to get out of the box and explain why your little golden angel of, you know, fiddle faddle foo actually has magic powers. Show us.
As far as I'm concerned, you see anyone else that has anything new to offer, a new premise? A new premise?
A new
As a
premise.
threat.
A new premise. And what is your new innovative premise? We humans don't know nothing about nothing. No, they was wrong. They were stupid in the past, so they're always going to be stupid. Yeah, that's your premise, right? You can't show how Einstein was wrong. You're just going to say, no, he's wrong. Okay, he'll be proven wrong. It'll all be proven wrong. The world is not round. It'll be proven. Just trust me. It'll be proven to be true that it's not round. There's, elements have a certain atomic weight. Well, it's all going to be proven that that's all artificial. There is no such thing as atomic weight. It's going to be proven. Fuck you.
And then you proceed to bash and character assassinate.
No, I proceed to block and say, go away. And then you don't go away. Yeah. Oh, the end. I've tried it. Oh, anyway, so that was fun. Ugh, there's people on the internet. Ugh, disgusting. Horrible. Horrific. Disgusting. Just horrible. Anyway. So, that'll be enough. Till next time, of course. Of course. This one will never go away either. Anyway, so, whatever. But let's see if she comes up with something brilliant. Let's see, yeah. Alternative life form has been found. Yeah. Lives on Fruit Loops. Yeah. So just buy a box of Fruit Loops and it's got the magic new life form in it because it lives on Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops in the DNA molecule. Actual Fruit Loops in the molecule. It's really fascinating stuff. New science. Yeah. She invented it herself. It's her theory. Hers alone.